Hello and welcome to I Am Now the School Delinquent's Lover, but I Want Out. This is a short visual novel that was made for the May Wolf contest thing that they do every year, or that they have been doing recently. And I believe that they won. So yeah. Anywho, so really there isn't much more to say about this, except that the protagonist is the cat on the left with the little doggy on the shoulder, and the delinquent is the one on the right. I mean, you can probably tell by their faces. Anywho, but yeah, so without further ado, let us begin. Here we are, Haruto, the Demon's Cavern. Legend says that those who enter never come out the same. They lose all their loot, and they're practically back at level 1. Where exactly did you hear this legend? Online forums, that's besides the point. They say that this is the base of one of the strongest players in the entire game, and I'm gonna raid it. Yeah, I'm not doing that. What? Haruto, you gotta be. Bros stick together through everything. I'm not about to lose my entire account on some legend. Besides, what exactly do you think is gonna happen? That's the strongest player, right? Imagine all the sweet loot that they have in there. There's gotta be at least 100,000 yen worth of weapons. And you think that you can beat whoever's inside and take it all? I'm an optimist. As fun as watching Goro go in there and get destroyed by whatever whale is inside that base sounds, in truth, my mind is elsewhere. It's our first day back in class, in our last year of high school, no less. It seems like only yesterday that I entered the school a shy, quiet 16-year-old with no friends and all on my own. Now I'm a shy, quiet 18-year-old with one friend who's addicted to online games and won't even be in my class this year. So much for that youthful high school experience, But maybe this year will be different. Maybe I'll finally come out of my shell, make friends, go out to do karaoke with people. I've always wanted to do that. Hey Haruto, log back on and give me some of your stuff. What? Why? So that I can be fully prepared to raid this guy's base. Come on, I need some healing potions. I sigh. Or maybe I'll just play MMORPGs until I turn 30. Hey nerds. Goro and I look up. Standing before us is someone that we only know by the name Udon. He's in class 3B with Goro, and infamous for being a part of the school delinquent trio known as the Black Dogs. Even though, ironically enough, none of them are dogs or have black fur. Ugh, what do you want? Hurtful. Is that any way to talk to your neighbor? I'll never forgive you for breaking my Aimana figure. I said I was sorry. You will be. Udon? What do you need from us? Oh yeah, I'm actually here to ask Haruto a question. Completely hypothetical. Me? Yeah, just a bit of research. So Haruto, if someone were to confess their feelings to you, how would you want them to do it? Confess? To me? Sure. Is that so strange? I mean, who would do that? I don't think anyone in school even knows my name. It's just a hypothetical. Don't you ever daydream of things like that? Of course I do. Getting confessed to, falling in love, going on fluffy rose-colored lovey-dovey dates. Anyone would want something like that. Well, I guess something sweet? Like getting a flower or a letter? Just having someone confess their feelings honestly. Someone who's bold and strong. Or something like that. I see. This was useful information, Haruto. Alright, I'll catch you nerds later. Hey, you aren't gonna ask me? Why? I'm only asking people who actually have a chance of getting confessed to. You... In a frenzy, Udon dashes out of the classroom, Goro angrily chasing after him. Weird. The school assembly takes place in the morning. The principal stands in the front of the gym podium, talking about the same old thing that he always does in the first day back. School's important, study, 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 blah, blah, blah. But Udon's question makes me wonder, is it really possible for someone like me to get confessed to have that kind of romance? I don't even have friends outside of Goro. Why would anyone want to confess to someone as invisible as me? Yeah, maybe this is just who I'm supposed to be. There's always that person who you don't remember in old yearbook photos. That'll be me then. The person people point to and ask themselves, just who the hell was this guy? And that's fine. I'll just keep my expectations as low as possible, and I'll never get disappointed. Yeah, I just have to keep living as I have up until this point. It'll be fine, right? After all, the gym doors crash open and the principal's speech halts in a confused stutter. And there, in the entrance, stand the black dogs. Udon to the left, standing as proud and smug as ever, a bunny with a mask to the right, and in the very middle, the huge, broad wolf with the scariest glare that I've ever seen, by the name of Akuma. Yo, 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 we're crashing this assembly. What is the meaning of this? Kazuma, you! Shut it, old man. This is an important PSA by the Black Dogs. Hit it, Kirari. The tall, scary-looking bunny raises her phone up to her mask, face, and in a deep, feminine voice, loudly yells into it, the speakers of the gym blaring out her voice and making the whole student body jump. Akahana Haruto, make yourself known. Me? What the hell did I do? The students around me start to shuffle out of the way, and a clear path forms between me and the black dogs. When the larger wolf's eyes meet mine, I'm almost positive that I peed a little. He starts making his way towards me, and my legs start shaking like crazy, my throat dry as a desert. Is this it, God? Am I gonna die today? The wolf finally reaches me, and I have to tilt my head to look up at him, his incredibly icy glare making my own eyes water in fear. That's when he suddenly gets down on one knee, and it's only then when I realize the huge bouquet of flowers in his hands as he extends it up, almost as if offering them to me. Akahana Haruto. His voice booms even louder than the bunny's with the speakers, making everyone, including me, jump back in shock. He stutters, a red blush forming on his face, and I just stand there in shock, unable to process what the hell is going on. What could he possibly want with me? I'm in love with you, Akahana. Go out with me. What? The entire gym erupts in a roar of screams of shock, whispers, and murmurs of confusion, echoing around the entire building, but my head goes blank, completely dumbfounded. Is this a joke? Am I being punked? Where's the cameras? But there are no cameras. Udon and Ikari are close behind Akuma, but expectant of my answer as everyone else is here. I look back to Akuma, his glare just as scary, but his hands seem to be shaky and nervous. Is this for real? What do I do? I can't say yes. I don't know, Akuma. What if this is some kind of trap? What do I do? I don't know. He nodded. That's a yes. Another round of confused roars pierce my eardrums, and my heart sinks when I realize what I accidentally just did. Did I just accept? Udon cheers as Akuma gets back to his feet, towering over me once again as he leers down at me with a crooked smile. See you at lunch, Akahana. He pushes the flowers to my chest, making me instinctively grab onto them, and he quickly turns to leave, Udon jumping up and down happily after him. This concludes the announcement. Principal, you may continue. Kirari yells her final announcement into the phone, following after the other two, who are long gone by now, and closes the double doors behind her, leaving the gym in complete silence. All eyes land on me as the principal nervously picks up where he left off, and I clutch onto my flowers, my shaky legs doing a poor job of keeping me up. Just... what the hell happened? I know I said that I wanted to be noticed. But this is just too much. When we got back to our classes, a crowd of people quickly formed around my desk, barraging me with questions. What kind of guy is Akuma? Like, have you guys been steady? Or you threatened to say yes? All questions that I have zero answers to. Thankfully, throughout the rest of the morning, there was enough of a distraction by the teachers to not have me invaded with more interviews. But when lunch break finally comes, people come right back to my desk, their hungry curiosity unwavering at such a time like this. Is it true? Is it true that Akuma goes to a meat shop to eat other people's remains? Those are just rumors. I hear he only eats rival gang members. Have you seen that, Akahana? Eat? Come on, I'm sure Akahana doesn't appreciate you guys talking about his boyfriend like that. Besides, Akuma's never beat up anyone at school before. That's just because he's good at what he does, being sneaky, a bully for hire. I heard the student council sometimes pays him to get rid of students who don't vote for them. Is all that true, Akahana? The classroom door opens suddenly, and the entire room falls silent. The crowd that formed around me takes one look at whoever's at the door, and without a word quickly gather their things and disperse, heading out the back door. Of course, there was no doubt in my mind that the person at the door was Akuma, but seeing him make his way towards me makes me want to pee all over again. He stands before me now, looming over my desk. His presence is twice as daunting as the students that were here just seconds ago, and he takes up just about as much room as they did. Hi, Akuma-san. What? Huh? You're my boyfriend now. Don't use honorifics with me. He says this like a demand, and I shudder, whining in the back of my throat. Yes, sorry. He huffs, and his expression becomes impossible to read, even more than usual. Give me your lunch money. What? What are you, deaf? I said give me your lunch money. Is this that American style of bullying? Am I going to become a piggy bank? With a trembling hand, I reach into my wallet and hand him what I usually spend in a day, hoping that he won't ask for more. Is this it? Have mercy. Yes. Sorry. Fine. Go up to the roof and wait for me. I'll be there soon. Now. Yes. I get up and, scooting my way around his huge frame, I dash out the back door and make a beeline towards the roof. Despite such a predicament, it's a nice day out. The cherry blossoms are in full bloom at this time of the year, and some petals have floated all the way up here, coloring the floor in pink hues. I sigh shakily, my heartbeat not calming down no matter how many breaths I take. What do I do? How do I get out of this? As if like a sign from God himself, my phone starts to ring, and checking the ID, it's Goru. I answer hastily, pressing the phone up to my ear. Goru? Haruto? What the hell is going on? The 1 year that I finally decide to skip the assembly to get items on Runecraft and someone confesses to you during the old guy's speech? And not just anyone, but freaking Akuma from the Black Dogs? And you said yes? It was an accident. I didn't mean to, I nodded because I was shaking so much. That's crazy. You know that, right? I know. Just help me out. How do I get out of this? Alright. There's no other way around this, Haruto. You gotta break up with him straight up. What? Are you crazy? I can't do that. You'll kill me. There's no choice here, Haruto. You got yourself into this mess. Now this is the only way out. Is there a chance Akuma will beat you up? Absolutely. but you got to endure it. Imagine being Akuma's personal plaything all school year. What is this? Coffee, Akuma-sama, like you asked. This is way too hot. Are you trying to burn me, you stupid stray? Yeah, I'm sorry. Oh god. Exactly. The more you wait, the worse it'll get. Don't expand the time frame, Haruto. Rip the bandage off while the wound is still fresh. And if you get beat up, I'll take you to the hospital myself. How kind. So good luck. You can do it. Beep. Rip the bandage off, huh? As much as I hate to admit it, Goro might be right. Making this go on for more than it needs to is just going to make it harder to get out of. I can't expand how long we'll be together. I gotta end things now. The creak of the roof door opening alerts me that Akuma's here, and I turn to face him, full of resolve to end this now. And then I get one good look at him, and I realize that I don't really want to get beat up by him. Sit. Yes. I forgot that I'm a huge pushover. This is gonna be harder than I thought. We both take a seat on a bench around the railings of the roof, Akuma's size taking up most of the bench with just enough space for me to squeeze a butt cheek into. Here. He puts a melon bread and a can of coffee on my lap, along with some coins. Huh? For me? Obviously, it was your money. You like that bread, right? The dots slowly start to connect in my mind as I look at the bread, then the coins, then up at him. He went and bought this for me? But aren't the lines really bad at the cafeteria this time of the day? Yeah, it's my favorite. Thank you. He huffs affirmatively, crossing his arms and closing his eyes, nodding once. I tentatively unwrap the bread from its packaging, eating slowly and cautiously as I glance at Akuma through the corner of my eye, wondering if he poisoned it? No, that's ridiculous. Even Akuma wouldn't do something like that. Would he? Am I just being paranoid? Well, to be fair, he is really scary. Akahana. Yes? What's your favorite food? Huh? We're a couple now. I have the right to know these things about you. So answer me. Right. Let's see. Maybe yakisoba? Are you asking or saying? Yakisoba. Definitely yakisoba. Got it. What about you? Meat. I'm sorry I asked. Suddenly the roof door swings open again and, waltzing in, comes the other two members of the Black Dogs, Kirari and Udon. Yo, Akuma, Haruto, figured you'd be up here. What are you doing here? Why is everyone being so mean to me today? You know that I was the one that got you those flowers, right? A little gratitude would be nice. Akuma huffs and Udon and Kirari sit right in front of us on the floor. Udon takes out 2 corn dogs from his pocket, and yields them like Wolverine claws, while Kirari is glued to her phone, tapping away playing a game most likely. Anyways, we just wanted to meet the guy that you fell so head over heels with, Aku, didn't we, Kirari? Don't rope me into this. You guys are mean. So, what were you two talking about before we came? Our favorite foods. Ooh, good topic. I like these. He waves around his corn dogs under his nose, a grin on his face. Want one, Haru? I'm good. Don't wave them around Akahana's face like that. Huh, Akahana. I thought you said that you'd switch to first name basis when you started dating. Akuma huffs again, this time in clear embarrassment. Come on, try it out. Say his name. It's easy. Akuma looks at me, blushing, opening his mouth to say something. Akahana. What was that? You shut up. Udon has a small laughing fit, but then calms himself down, returning his attention to me. Well then, you guys are getting to know each other, right? Haruto, what are some of your hobbies? Oh, well, I like gardening. I play video games. I also read books a lot. Talk about a snooze fest. Could I get any more boring? Sounds chill. What games do you play? Mostly RuneCraft. You play RuneCraft? Kirari, being mostly absent from our conversation, now lights up, sitting up straight and looking right at me. Yes? What rank are you? 30? Oh my gosh! Okay, so you're not that far yet, but that's totally fine. Have you played the new story quest? What do you think? I thought that it was so boring. I think the devs are running out of ideas at this point, but the free items made it kind of worth it. Oh, you should go to Stryla's dungeon if you haven't already. That's a place where you unlock the Hyacinth sword, and it's a lifesaver. What's your ID? I'll add you right now. If you know it, we could play if you... Or whatever you know. Only if you're down. I don't care either way. She scoffs and looks away, also clearly embarrassed. She's kinda like the girl version of Akuma. Don't mind Kirari. She's a huge nerd. She'd love to play with you. Don't put words in my mouth. You put them there yourself. They banter like this back and forth in that funny way friends always seem to do, and I get a little jealous of them. So even delinquents have these kind of friendships, huh? The kind where you can laugh and joke around with and tease each other about? Of course, I'm grateful for my friendship with Goru, but even we're not this close. I really don't belong here, do I? Here in the middle of this group of friends, a complete outsider to their dynamic. What do I have to offer? All the more reason to call it quits now. Akuma? He had been listening in on the two's banter, but when he heard me mutter his name, his ears flick over to my direction and he gives me his full attention. Yes? I... Damn it, why now? Aw man, lunch is over? Too soon. He and Kirari get up from the floor and stretch a bit. Udon throws the sticks of his now eaten corn dogs over the fence of the roof, grinning at me. You seem like a nice guy, Haruto. Treat Akuma well, okay? He may look scary, but he's a real puppy on the inside. What was that? Nothing. If you really do want to play, though, just ask. They both scurry out the door, leaving Akuma and I alone again. What were you gonna say, Akahana? Huh? Oh, nothing. Never mind. Do you have to do anything after classes? No. Good. Then wait for me at the gate when classes are over. Don't leave without me. Got it. Got it. He nods, then pauses, as if he wants to say more. But then he shakes his head, turning to leave. I'm glad that those two seem to like you, huh? Akahana. And off he goes. Akuma is pretty scary. But maybe there really is a trace of a nice guy somewhere in there, hidden behind those piercing eyes of his. He got lunch for me, his friends seem to care about him a lot, and he hasn't actually done anything mean yet. And he is pretty handsome. Is it my pushover nature that thinks that if he leans over to kiss me, I wouldn't push away? Or something else? No way. I can't think like that. I gotta end things ASAP. For the sake of my high school year, the chaos that are the Black Dogs can't stay in my life. After school. That's when I'll do it, for sure. By the time classes are over, the hunger of my classmates has died down a bit, and only a few people pass me by to ask me a question or two about Akuma. Of course, when they realize that I barely know Akuma myself, they pretty much leave me alone, so it was bearable at the very least. Now at the main gate, I'm waiting for him to show up like he said that he would when my phone rings, Goro's ID popping up on my screen once again. Goro? Haruto, have you done it yet? I haven't heard any blood-curdling cries from you, so I'm assuming that he didn't beat you up. I haven't broken things off yet. What? Haruto, you gotta! Haven't you heard the rumors going around? Apparently he eats people! I don't think Akuma is as bad as people make him out to be, Goro. Really? You're not saying... But even if he isn't, I don't belong with him. I'll break things off soon, I promise. Alright. Just be safe, Haruto. Beep. I hang up the call just in time to see Akuma make his way over to me, making a clear path wherever he walks. I guess nobody is crazy enough to get in his way. Akahana. Akuma, how were classes? I skipped them. Oh. That's no good, Akuma. You have to go to them. Are you scolding me? No, Alright, I won't skip class tomorrow. So I don't disappoint you anymore. Alright then. So, what did you want to do? The other two interrupted us on the roof at lunch. I wanted to spend some time with you. Just the two of us. Oh, sure. What did you... Give me your backpack. What? Give it to me, now. He's cute one second, then terrifying the next. Is this what people call a gap mo? I shakily offer my backpack to him, expecting him to run off with it, or inspect the contents to make fun of me for having a romance manga in there. But he just throws it over his shoulder, carrying it with ease. Come on. And without another word, he starts walking in front of me, and I quickly follow behind. It's a quiet walk through the town, and I'm so far behind him, it almost looks like I'm stalking him, but eventually he, very roughly, demands that I walk by his side when he notices this, so we walk shoulder to shoulder after that. Or rather, shoulder to bicep. We reach a small little butcher shop selling chicken meats of all kinds of birds, and Akuma opens a door for me to go in. Get in. Right. The shop doesn't smell as much raw meat as I was expecting it to, but the array of dead, skinless chickens on the display counter does make me uneasy. Not to mention, why did Akuma bring me here? Were the rumors of him eating his victims true? Am I next? Ah, Ishikoro, there you are. An older man makes his way out of what I presume to be the freezer with a friendly smile, and he nods happily at Akuma. Mr. Watanabe, hey. And you brought a friend? Mr. Watanabe smiles warmly at me, and I hastily bow to him. Nice to meet you, sir. I'm Akahana Haruto. Ah, Haruto. I've heard a lot about you. He chuckles, then looks over at Akuma, a teasing glint in the wrinkles of his eyes. So, finally manned up and did it, huh? Akuma just huffs. He seems to do that a lot when he's embarrassed. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, little Haruto. Please take good care of my Ishikoro here. He may be hard to get along with sometimes, but he's got a heart of gold, truly. Ishikoro? Is that Akuma's real name? He comes here often to help me out at the shop, running errands for me and taking over when I'm not feeling well. He's a good kid. It's nothing. So, that must be where the rumors came from. Akuma must work here part-time. I'll be sure to be good to him, Mr. Watanabe. Good lad. Now, what are you here for, Ishikaru? To ask for the day off today. I'd like to spend it with Akahana, if that's alright with you. Ah, of course. Well, it's been a slow day. I'll consider it if you do one thing for me. He grabs an envelope from a drawer and hands it over to Akuma, and once his hands trace the contents inside, he quickly tries to return it. No, Mr. Watanabe, It's my condition. Unless you want to work? I thought so. Now, you go take your new boyfriend somewhere nice, you hear? Thank you. Don't mention it. It was nice to meet you, little Haruto. Yes, it was a pleasure, Mr. Watanabe. Akuma? What's inside the envelope? Where would you like to go now, Akahana? Huh? Choose somewhere. It doesn't matter where it is. You said that you liked games, right? Yes. Then come with me. He starts walking off again, and I have to run to catch up with him. The arcade? Is it not good? No, I didn't say that. The arcade's great. Good then. What game do you want to play? Oh no. Now he's gonna spend money on me? Oh wait, is that what was in the envelope? Oh gosh, I'm in too deep. Why not the rhythm game machine? Those are fun, and we can play together. If it's what Akahana wants to do, then let's go. We walk over to the empty arcade machine, the bright lights and music making Akuma tense up next to me, but he grabs a card from his wallet and swipes it on the game, a loud ping signaling us that the game is ours to play. What kind of songs do you like? Death metal. I don't think this game has death metal songs. It's mainly idle music. Do you like this kind of thing, Akahana? Huh? Well, I don't really... Sorry, Hatsune-miku. I denied you. I thought you liked this kind of thing. You were at the anime con last year, after all. Well, that was mainly for Goru. Wait, you were there? This song looks good. He chooses a song with a very upbeat tempo, and before I have time to question him more, the game starts and we start getting into the groove of the gameplay. I miss a few notes at the start, but eventually I get into the rhythm of things, and once the song ends, I have a combo of 400 notes. Alright, Akuma, what's your... Akuma only hit 10 notes? Akahana. Yes? I hate this game. I'm sorry, I was being selfish. No, if you had fun, then I'm happy either way. But let's play a different game now. Of course, anything you'd like. He smiles at me, and somehow this time, it's not scary at all, just warm and happy. Oh no, this isn't good. Why'd my heart skip a beat just now? This can't go on any further. I have to break things off before it gets worse than this. No more beating around the bush. It's gotta be now. There's a shooter somewhere here. Do you like those, Akahana? Well... it'd be rude to not at least let him play a game he likes first, right? Sure, let's play that. After this game, I'll surely... Just one more. I couldn't say it. Akahana, wait for me here. I have to use the bathroom. Okay. I can't deny that I've been having a lot of fun with Akuma. He's scary, but I think that's just his exterior. Mr. Watanabe, the black dogs, they care a lot about Akuma, and it's easy to see why. He may be strong and intimidating, but he's kind and he worries about my happiness. There's no denying it. I was defensive before, but now, I'm sure of it. Akuma is a good guy. So, why would he fall for a nobody like me? I can't let this go any more than it already has. The chaotic, unpredictable nature of Akuma has no place in my boring, plain life. Is that what you want? Huh? The plush. Without even realizing it, I have been blankly staring at a claw machine full of cute little bear plushies. No, Step aside. But... I step out of his way and Akuma quickly swipes the card on the machine, making the lights whirl to life. A look of deep concentration etches onto his face, and maneuvering the claw, he lines it up right above one of the plushies, dropping it down and... completely missing. It's okay, Akuma. Let's just... He swipes the card again before I could finish, and he tries yet again, this time lining it up to the head rather than the body of the plushie. But again, the claws only graze the stuffed toy, returning back up with nothing as Akuma growls angrily. Akuma, come on, you don't have to. No, Akahana, just let me do this for you. He tries 3, 4, 5 more times, each try getting the plush closer and closer to the opening of the machine until finally, on his 9th try, with a small push, in falls the plushie, the machine dinging with excitement with us. You did it! He reaches in and grabs it, easily holding it in one hand as he hands it over to me, the same crooked smile on his face. For you. Thank you, Akuma. I'm blushing, and my heart's pounding really hard. No, wait, I'm so happy right now. After that, Akuma decided that it was getting late, and that he'd walk me home. An orange hue casts over the whole town, and Akuma's shadow easily engulfs my own as he walks behind me, my whole body covered by his. I just don't get it. I know I have to end things, but why? Why don't I want this to end? Akahana? Why'd you stop? Is everything okay? Akuma? Yes? Why did you confess to me? Huh? I turn around to face him, confusion and surprise slapped across his face. Well, now he knows how I felt at the assembly, huh? I mean, I'm not anyone special. I go to school, keep to myself, go home, and that's it. I don't have any friends other than Goru, and I'm not particularly good looking. So why? Why would you ever find me lovable? Because you're strong, Akahana. What do you... Do you remember your first year of high school? When club season rolled around, you decided to make the gardening club because we didn't have one. I remember that everyone thought that it was girly or stupid or boring, and no one wanted to join. But you didn't care. You used the funds of the club to plant a garden at the school, and you tended to them as best as you could on your own. You planted all kinds of flowers. But you never got to see them grow, because a few days later someone had trampled all over them, and they destroyed your hard work. I remember that. I was devastated. I cried for a long while. At this point in time, I didn't really know who you were, and it's a little shameful to admit, but I thought that you were pretty lame at the time, too. But I was passing by when I saw you there, hunched over, sobbing over your garden. A low growl rumbles in his throat, and he clenches and unclenches his fist as his expression turns somber. You were so upset. and I was sure that the next day that I'd find the garden in the same state, and that'd be the end of it. But when I went to check, there you were, cleaning up the mess, planting new seeds, watering them with a smile on your face. You were talking to yourself, or maybe you were talking to the seeds, telling them how pretty they'd be, this time for sure. He heard that? I was so sure that you'd give up, someone as frail and small and lame as you. I thought that it'd break you. And when it didn't, I was so surprised. And I realized then just how much I underestimated you and how strong you really are, Akahana. So I just kinda kept watching over you, how you always kept to yourself, but always tried to make friends, getting people to join your club or participating in all the stupid school events. I was too afraid to ask you to be my friend, or to tell you how I really felt. But this is our last high school year, and I decided that I wasn't going to let fear stop me anymore. So I gave it my all, and I guess it worked out in the end. I'm not as strong as you think, Akuma. If the people who destroyed my garden had done it a second time, I don't think that I would have recovered. They weren't going to. I made sure of that. Huh? But how did you... Akuma is scary. But being scared and being in love make your heart beat the exact same way? I can't tell them apart at all. The sun is about to set. After today, I won't be able to break things off with him until tomorrow. After today, my life with Akuma, leader of the Black Dogs, the terrifying school delinquent of Kanami Academy, will truly start. No doubt, it'll be chaos, it'll be strange and nerve-wracking, and crazy and terrifying. Akuma? Yes? Let's go home. Lead the way. Akuma walks by my side now. He smiles at me, and I smile back. Yeah, it'll be chaos. It'll be revelry. But I think that's exactly what I want. Sorry, Goru. Expanding the time with Akuma is what you warned me of, but... I think I'll stay by his side. For just a little while longer. Akuma of the Black Dogs, the demon of Kanade Academy. Rumors circulated around about his mysterious, terrifying endeavors, cannibalism, violence, corruption. Needless to say, those who have heard his name cower in fear. Akahana. If you need more boxes to move, let me know. I don't want you carrying anything too heavy. And yet, he is the guy that I call my boyfriend. It still seems so strange to think just a few days ago. He and I were complete strangers, and I was terrified of him. I think that's all that I need for the garden. We can put the rest of the things back in the storage shed. Good. We better find everything where we left them tomorrow. If someone touches your stuff again, I'm not gonna go easy this time. Now we're a couple. And I'm only slightly less scared of him. I'm surprised you're starting to tend to the garden so soon, though. Clubs don't form for another month. Well, you know, if no one tends to it, the flowers here are gonna wilt. Someone has to water them, and I'm the only one willing to. I'll help, if you'd like. I'd appreciate that. We carry the rest of the things to the shed, and I sit on a pile of mats, sighing. Thanks, Akuma. Of course. You seem a bit down, though, Akahana. Is something bothering you? For such a rugged guy, he sure is perceptive. Or maybe it's just with me. I'm okay. Just thinking, that's all. He sits next to me, his large weight making the mats sink beneath his weight, crossing his arms. I'm your boyfriend. I have the right to know if something's bothering you. So tell me. Well, it's dumb. Doesn't matter. I'm just worried that no one will want to join my club again this year. You want club members? Because I can get you club members. No, I don't want you to. Of course, anyone. I just wish that people would want to join because they're interested in it, you know? It seems like there's a niche for everything except this. Or maybe I'm so boring that no one would want to join any club that I'd make. I understand, Akahana. People judge others from what they think that they know about them. It happens to me all the time. I guess you just get used to it. But don't let what others think of you define you. You're not boring, so don't think that. Got it? I think Uran was right about you. In what way? Who knows? I get up, stretching out as Akuma huffs in embarrassment. Maybe it's alright if no one joins. I'll still have Akuma after all. Well, let's get going before it gets late. It's dangerous to walk back home in the dark. Why would it be dangerous? People could try and rob us. Well, they can sure try. He has a point. I don't think anyone's stupid enough to mess with someone as big and intimidating as Akuma. Still, we should leave. I try the handle of the door of the shed. But it doesn't budge at all. I try pushing, pulling, sliding, but the door won't open. Do these doors not open from the inside? We're trapped? I frantically try the door again, thinking maybe that I just have the stupid little noodle arms, but no matter how hard I push or pull, the door won't open. It's definitely locked. Akuma, bust the door open! I don't think it works like that. Now's not the time to be rational. We're trapped! I start banging on the door, the clank of my fist against it, making a good amount of noise as I yell out for help. Somebody help! How are you so calm? Can't you see that we're trapped in here? What if we... What if we spend the night here? Don't tell me. Akuma planned this? No, he wouldn't. Would he? I have no idea what he's capable of. But the idea of being trapped here all night has made me frozen in embarrassment, and Akuma's face is as stone cold as ever. But maybe there's a hint of a blush in him, too? Maybe someone will come find us? It's entirely possible. Yeah, he's way too calm. Either he did this on purpose, or a part of him wants to stay here with me, too. Slowly and in defeat, I return to my place next to him, except maybe a little further than I was before. He closes his eyes, arms still crossed, and we stay like that in deafening silence. But boy, I'd sure be bad for us if someone from class found us here, though. And why's that? Well, because we're a couple, right? What does that matter? Is he faking it, or is he actually this dense? You know, they're gonna think we're... kissing? Among other things? Yeah, that. Would that be so bad? What? Kissing. Would it be so bad? Akuma's surprisingly bold, as expected of the guy who confessed to me in front of the whole school, though. So does that mean Akuma wants to kiss me? Why am I so surprised? I mean, we're boyfriends, right? Of course he would. It wouldn't be a big deal. And yet, just thinking about kissing Akuma makes me pretty scared. But it was Akuma who said that I shouldn't let fear win me over. And as embarrassing as it is to admit, I kinda wanna kiss him too. No, kissing isn't bad. My heartbeat pounds against my chest as I inch closer to him, my shoulder pressed against his bicep as he looks down at me, a red blush on his face. He uncrosses his arms and hovers it over my shoulder, hesitantly, then just lets it drop behind me, pressing down onto the mat. It makes him get just a little bit closer to me, though. So, is that something Akahana would want to do? If it's with Akuma, I would. Wah! Quickly and suddenly, Akuma grabs me by the shoulders and pushes me against the mat. His huge body completely envelops my vision, making the only light hanging above the shed disappear behind his head, which is only inches away from my own. His breathing is shallow, and I can see his tail wagging a bit, and he's inching closer and I'm scared. Love is scary. But I want to kiss him. I slowly wrap my arms around the back of his neck, pulling him closer, feeling his excited heartbeat pound against his large, strong back. His eyes meet mine for a moment, the red glowing with a desire that I am sure that I must be replicating in his own vision. His lips part and... Yo, Akuma, Haruto, you guys in here? Your backpacks are outside and Pardon the intrusion. Wait, Udon! Don't lock us back inside! Man, going to second base on the second day? If that's the rate you're going, Akuma, Haruto's gonna be pregnant by May. Pregnant? Udon. Yeah? You never speak of this to another soul. Got it? Sure, man. Well, glad that I was able to, let you guys out of there. See you around, Haruto. Akuma looks at me for a moment, then blushes, clearing his throat. Let's go home. Right. Yeah, I guess he always finds new ways to scare me, huh? My life with Akuma isn't going to be good for my heart, and yet, I can't help but want more of these heart-stopping moments with him. If this is the kind of chaos Akuma is going to bring to my life, then I think I'll be just fine. End. So that was I'm Now the School Delinquent's Lover, but I Want Out. And it did win, I believe, first prize? I think, I forget. For the May Wolf, like, contest thing, where you write, like, a visual novel, and the love interest has to be a wolf, because, of course, it always has to be a wolf. And, but yeah, they won. And it's easy to see how. Also, in case you didn't know, for the people that are, just normal subscribers, I will be doing a visual novel that is by the same writer on the channel, but everyone else probably has already seen it. And, but yeah, there's more of this writer to look forward to. Anywho, so yeah, write down in the comments what you think, and thank you all for watching / listening. If you would like to play I'm Now the School Delinquent's Lover, but I Want Out yourself, or any of their other visual novels, because they have two other visual novels, one that's already been completed and the other one that's still ongoing, which is the one that I'm going to be reading for the channel. You can do so by going down to the link in the description, which should have a direct link for the itch.io page, where you can download the game and play it there, or you can just go to itch.io.com and then look for this one or the other ones and download them, play them. Also, they do have a Patreon in case you want to support them for their other visual novel. But yeah, so all those links down in the description along with my own. And yeah, so thank you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. I don't know why I said thank you.